person opposite you is maybe got less experience or a beginner, they're more afraid. They're throwing punches everywhere. I don't think it matters if it's a man or a woman. I like to spar with men and women as long as they are at a good level and have good punches and a good technique, you know. But you'd be surprised how many men I have in my DMs, you know, saying they want to fight with me and stuff. I don't know if that's nice or not, or they're just being weird. I don't
know. Maybe it's sexual. It could be sexual. It could be sexual.
Yeah, I get quite a few DMs of men that just want to fight with me.
If they say wrestling, you know it's gonna be sexual.
I just put LOL. I don't know what else to put.
Yeah. I'll keep it real with you. If they say,
I don't know if they're being real with me or they're just
some men. I mean, you know, I don't know. You know, I mean, there are like dudes that they take it to an extreme. They wanna. I've heard that they want to challenge somebody, especially a woman that they a fighter, want to see what they about. You know, sometimes it's an ego thing. You know, I don't know. It's various situations. Various situations. So. Yeah. So, yeah. Let me. But when she come back, okay.
I'm here. It's the way I had to kill this fly. I had to kill this fly. It was just annoying me. It had to die. Right. I know I'm Nigerian. I'm supposed to be okay with flies and stuff, but I'm not. This is why I'm skeptical about going to Thailand because of flies. Video. Hey. Yeah, I recently got into the fan. I haven't practiced it much recently, but wow, what a beautiful weapon. What a beautiful weapon. Yeah, this was my last prep. I look so skinny here.
You look skinny.
Yeah, this is when I first trying calisthenics. Again, I wasn't into it like that. I tried to mix capoeira with my nunchucks. These are
I see.
Yeah, these are
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love those. I love short sticks. They're really cool. Yeah, just being one with the wind, learning. All of this looks so basic now compared to where I am now.
Yeah, I can't do that, man.
I was mid off season here, still holding on to the gains, but I got up to about 75-ish kg, maybe just a bit over. It's a lot. It's a lot. And and that was the result. So I'm happy I stuck it out. But again, I enjoyed myself a little bit too much. I ate quite a lot. But it was worth it. It was worth it. I did eat, but I also stuck to plan and I worked out hard as fuck. So yeah, that's the result after 2-3 years.
You look like you could be wellness for some reason. I
don't have the legs. I would like more quads. Unfortunately for me, my legs are long. I've got long legs and a shorter torso. So if I wanted to do wellness, I would have to train legs like 3 to 4 times a week. And I would have to cut down my upper body. My upper body's too big as well for wellness. I'm a bit too broad back for that, a bit too big back. But I would have to probably take upper body out completely and be training legs about 3 to 4 times a week. Thankfully, my coach has changed up my plan a bit so we can focus on more quad progression. You know, I'm really happy with my hamstrings and glutes at the moment. They're really growing. This fly is still alive, yo. How did they do this?
Get a spray or something. Get this spray.
Kat, you know when black people start doing this, when I start clapping, it's on. I'm going to kill this fly. Okay. Anyway.
Get a newspaper. And if it lands, just swap it.
Yo, my towel is here, yo. I'm just trying to be professional. Like I said, I know I'm Nigerian. I'm supposed to be okay with flies, but no. So my towel is here. Do not be surprised if you hear a swacking sound every now and again. But it's summer over here right now, so yeah, they're just finding their way everywhere.
Yeah.
Finding their way. But yeah, no, wellness. I mean, I don't know if you know Shanique Grant, who went from physique to wellness. Yeah. Oh my God. Like, dude, I was drooling. And I think this is the greatest thing about bodybuilding, the way you can sculpt your body. I mean, she absolutely smashed the Physique Federation. She retired. took some time off, and then came back wellness. I mean, are you serious? And I've been watching her training. I'm a huge fan of Shanique Ron. Just watching how she's evolved. And again, this is also somebody who is very upper body dominant as well. To be able to transfer into wellness, I'm sure she had to be like, okay, I'm not training upper body anymore. But look what she's produced. She looks fantastic, fantastic. So again, I thought the bodybuilding train we came to a halt, but there's still so many things I could do to my body and sculpt it. And right now I'm looking for more quads, more density in hamstring and glutes as well. So you never know. But I don't think competing is out of the cards yet.
Yeah, how people are receptive to bodybuilding in the UK? Like, do you have like a larger audience, like especially like in the in the shows or something like that?
We have bodybuilding gyms. I mean, I don't go to any. I just go to like commercial gyms. I belong to about 4 gyms. Okay. Again, I like a gym that's quiet. I like a gym that has equipment. I like space. The bodybuilding community here, it's a bit up and down. I mean, I don't really go to shows and stuff like that, even though I should. I think if I start thinking about getting into competing for the first time, it would definitely be helpful to go to some shows and see what's up. But it depends. It depends really. But I understand as well, bodybuilding is not for everyone. I just don't like it when people shit on it. I just don't like when people shit on it. Even if they come out of bodybuilding or they're in another sport altogether, they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, bodybuilders, you have a bad relationship with food. You guys this, you guys. If you can't control your food, just say that. If you can't prep, you can't diet, just say that. I don't understand. Like, as a bodybuilder, I don't sit here and say, oh, look at those calisthenic people. They don't know how to diet, yo. They don't know how to prep. I don't care. But other people in other realms of fitness be like, yo, you know, bodybuilding, it gave me a bad relationship with food. No, you had a bad relationship with food. Like, shut up. So yeah, I don't like when people shit on bodybuilding. It's given me so much. But if you can't diet, just say that. If you can't stick to your meal plan, just say that. But don't blame bodybuilding for it, please.
Yeah. For some reason, it gets a bad rap. I don't know.
Why do you think it does?
Huh?
Why do you think it gets a bad rap?
Because, you know, from what I know, you know, over the years, I think it's the steroids, and then the women with muscles. It's not a thing. Also,
yeah.
I mean, but the funny thing is, not to cut you off. A lot of times, you know, in the 80s and in the 90s, you know, it was on TV. That was the weird part. And then, like, over the years, you know, you didn't really see too much of it. Then, you know, and then another one is bodybuilders. They pass away too. A lot of them, they died. Yeah. There's a recent woman. I mean, a bodybuilder. She got murdered by her husband.
I saw that.
That was the thing. Yeah, that was the thing.
I mean, I definitely think that social media has a lot to do with it. Again, when I got into fitness, bodybuilding, social media wasn't like it was today. I mean, you definitely have to question some people's motives. I mean, do you want to compete because you love bodybuilding, or do you want to compete so you can take selfies and get likes and follows? I don't think everyone's in it to be in it. You know, like, there's some people I follow that I've been watching for years, you know, your body's never changed. And I'm like, because simply you're just living for social media. You go to the gym, you get a bit of a pump, you take a picture, but then you have the nerve to put in your description, I'm a coach, I'm a bodybuilder. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's just that people have realized now that bodybuilding gets attention. It attracts people, you know, but it's not easy. It's not easy. I'm sure
it's not easy.
That takes this grind as serious as I do. I'm sure they would all agree with me that we were in it to win it. We do it because we love it. But now, you know, social media and the internet has kind of made bodybuilding look like it's one simple thing. And all you have to do is go to the gym and take a selfie, and now you can be a coach, you know? But unfortunately, it is about the package, you know? If you are going to be a coach, if you are going to take people to that next level, of course it's about what you look like. Of course, I hate to sound that mediocre, but I know my body is what sells. People come to me to be trained because of what I've done with my body, because they know I won't steer them wrong. I'm not saying you have to look like a bodybuilder to teach people, but it does help to be in shape. It does help, you know.
Yeah. I've seen, there's people that have done bodybuilding, and and competed, but they couldn't do it. They
Yeah,
just couldn't do it.
there,
So
there's a huge difference between working out and bodybuilding. A huge difference.
yeah,
There's a huge difference between bodybuilding and being in prep. A huge difference. And I shall never take that lightly. I mean, when I first got into it, I did like a 10-week shred to kind of feel, wow. And then I didn't have nearly as much muscle, so I really had to pull my body fat down. It was a lot, but it gave me that mental clarity about what to expect. And this is when I really started to take things seriously with it. But it's not easy. Prep is not easy. I mean, you can have a smooth prep. It can be more smooth than others, but it gets to a point when body fat is dropping and the scale is going up. I mean, the scale is going down. Sorry, body fat's dropping. The scale's going down. Expenditure is going up. Steps are going up. Your body is not happy. It's not happy with you. And I don't want people to think that, oh, so why bodybuild then? This is an art. It's an art for us. I can't explain it in any more words than that. It's an art. It's a fulfillment. There is nothing that a bodybuilder wants more than to build that muscle and then see what they created. It's so fulfilling. When I dieted and I was like, yo, these triceps, I built that. All those times when you're thinking to yourself, I don't want to go to the gym. Yo, I can't eat any more protein. Yo, if I see any more broccoli, I'm going to die. And then you make it out the other side. But that's the difference between working out and real bodybuilding. And I look at the greats, Ronnie Coleman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you look at the greats, they didn't get where they were by taking it easy, you know? But I definitely think social media has cut things in half for people, just like with b-boying. It's so easy just to go online and say, hey, this is what I do, and shoot a 10-second video. When I started bodybuilding or working out in general, there was no gratification. There was no one to post and like my stuff. I went to the gym because I enjoyed it. And I think that's what separates real bodybuilders from all of this noise and jargon right now. There are people that have been in this game, and have been in this game for years, when there wasn't any gratification, when there weren't any selfies, there were no follows, there were no likes. We went to the gym and we killed it, you know? And I know people say, yeah, you know, it's just a physique that you have. But sorry, your physique tells a lot about how you train. And when I look at my physique, I know I've trained hard. There's people out there on social media that are calling themselves coaches, calling themselves this. I look at your body, it doesn't even look like you lift. It doesn't even look like you lift. And like I said, it's not all about the body. Let me not piss anyone off out there. But your training should somehow reflect what you look like.
Yeah.
You know, it should.
Mind and body,
reflect what you look like.
You know, they won.
It should reflect what you look like. I mean, not everyone has to be a bodybuilder, but again, people know that there's an attraction to bodybuilding now. People like to look at the body online. But if you can't manage your diet, go and do CrossFit. Go and do powerlifting. There are so many, and that's the one thing I'm grateful to Babs about coming out of my prep. There is a whole big wide world out there of fitness. Calisthenics, there's CrossFit, there's High Rocks. There's so much out there, but everyone wants to look like a bodybuilder. But they want to cuss out bodybuilders for how we train and what we do. You don't have to look like us. Don't take that energy out on us. You do not have to look like this to be fit. But unfortunately, in the world we live in, and social media, and the pressure to look a certain way, people are not understanding that bodybuilding takes years of graft. And all you're seeing is a 10-second video on stage after years of grinding. You know what I'm saying? So I think people are just trying to jump ship too fast. It takes years. It's taken me over 10 years to build this body, maintain it, know how to maintain it. One thing, getting the physique, do you know how to maintain it? Do you know how to make this a lifestyle? Can you wake up every day and meet your protein goals? I've had so many women, clients, members come to me. I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this lower belly, but yet they're only having 3 eggs a day. Do you even know how much protein you're supposed to have? It's all well and good to say you want to look like this, but do you know what it takes? And I think that bodybuilding, we need to give it more credit where it's due. It takes a lot to look like this. Stop making it look like it's easy and all we do is lift weights up and down. No, it's so much.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not.
I think, they get like a bad rep because, a lot of them, they don't seem too friendly also,
Yeah. When I kept repeating that the calisthenics community was so freaking friendly and welcoming, I'm saying that because, again, the bodybuilding community is not the friendliest.
Yeah.
They're not the
Yeah, I'm glad you say that.
They're not the friendliest. They are. Again, it's so easy to pick and pinpoint at bodybuilders now because now social media has reflected what we do and how we do. But believe it or not, we're not all on steroids. There are amazing natural athletes out there, and I'm not condemning anyone that's on steroids. I'm not condemning anyone at all. There is a time and a place for steroids, but if you don't have the genetics and you haven't trained, steroids ain't gonna do shit. You have to be there already. You have to want to train hard. You have to do it. But steroids for me, again, maybe 15, 20 years ago, if I was gonna make this a career and I was given that option, I wouldn't say, oh my God, steroids. I understand that it's a part of enhancing your physique into bodybuilding. Yes, you can go overboard. Yes, you can take too much. I'm not trying to have a beard. I'm grateful that I built this physique and I still have my feminine traits. I don't have a strong jawline. I don't have a hairy chest or like any stubble. This is all completely natural. Just broccoli, chicken, and rice, juices and berries,
You eat that every day?
Yeah.
Not
just that, but
Okay.
pretty much so. I mean, I've got a bit more freedom now. Like if I wanted to change it up and not have rice, I could have potato or something like that. But things are pretty straightforward. And I don't do it because I have to. My body responds better this way. I've been doing this for a long time. My body is used to a certain amount of protein a day. If I don't get it in, I'll feel lethargic. I feel tired. Sometimes I go off plan, but I know when it's time to get back on plan. Let's say that. It's just in the back of my mind now. I don't know any other way. It's how I live. It's what I enjoy. And to be honest with you, I prefer my performance. I prefer my performance and my strength than a meal that's going to be like 1,000 calories and be done in a few seconds. Like I said, food is fuel to me. So.
Okay. I know a fighter named Melanie Shah. She's a BKFC fighter. I think she's near London.
That name rings a bell, all the rage, but right now it's just not coming to me. But no, that name definitely rings a bell. I'm not sure if she's from London, but I've seen her. I've seen her fight, like super. Yeah. I would like to get in the ring. I don't know how I do. I've dabbled in so many different arts now. I really think it's time to take one to a competitive stage. Does that make sense? Yeah.
And then you would be fierce in a bodybuilding competition.
Yo, Fab. Oh, thank you so much. I'm not gonna lie, I do doubt myself sometimes. Again, I'm no longer 25, you know what I'm saying? So I do think to myself, hey, could I do this? Could I be that person? But again, I think that's the only thing that's left for me. I've been in the fitness game for a freaking long time now. And the only thing that's left and the only thing I haven't done is compete. And more than likely, oh, sorry, dude, go for it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, the only thing I haven't done is compete. I really think, let's just say it's not out of the window. It's on the cards. I may. I don't know if I'll enjoy it. I don't know if I'll even like it. I don't know if I can even stand in heels for that long. I don't know. Posing is hard. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't compete, but I pose for my coach, the things that I've learned over the years and that kind of thing. So you won't see my check-in videos online. Sorry, everyone. I'm too shy. But I know if I was to post my check-in videos and you would see my involvement with bodybuilding, coming out of prep, going into different things and how my body's evolved, it would heighten a whole new audience. Shy to put my check-in videos out there, you know?
Yeah, bodybuilding is more than PEDs and lifting. Nutrition, consistency, and focus is important.
Thank you for understanding all the rage. Thank you for getting it. You know, it sucks that you have to explain that to people. People think it's so black and white. The world of bodybuilding has taught me so much, so much. It's more than just about steroids. It's about grafting, grinding, and I'll be honest, putting yourself first. It's a very selfish sport. Not everyone's going to understand it, you know? People don't always understand why you don't want to be like them. People are not always going to understand why you don't want to go out for a meal or you have to, you know, take your prep out with you to eat. Not everyone's going to understand that. And to be honest with you, when you're doing something like this to your body, it can make people feel uncomfortable because they're not capable of it.
Yeah.
So you really, so again, with competing, I found myself in the bodybuilding community and getting to know like-minded people like myself. That's what's making me want to compete. That's what keeps me in bodybuilding because I'm sorry, the average world does not think like me. I know if I go out there, hey, yo, all the rage. If I tell you today that my food has gone down today, I'm tired, you know, but I'm going to have an off-plan meal this weekend. He gets that. You know,
yeah, I mean, he talks to a lot of women bodybuilders. I mean, he connects with them.
It doesn't seem crazy. It doesn't seem crazy. If I say to him, yo, 3 months time, I want to shred. I want to see veins. I want to see.
Yeah, he knows what you're talking about.
That stuff. He knows that stuff. But other people, the normal world, that doesn't seem crazy to them. Like, why would you want to do that to yourself? I love it.
I mean, I've asked that question. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've asked it because I just didn't understand it. You know, I just looked at it like, especially with the women, as a fetish. Really, I'm just being real about it. You know, because you know, like as a kid, you know, I would like as a teenager, you know, I would like see them in magazines, and you kind of be like. And then I would read about them and I would work out too. Like it wasn't just that, but that's all I knew, you know.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, and then you know you just looking at them at a certain angle, and you're not looking at them at another angle.
Sure.
So you know it's like you know it sometimes be like, what's so special about them? Like, and I'm not saying it as a disrespect, but you know, I'm just saying it like, you know, they just doing a discipline, you know, but I mean, it just takes time. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to cut you. I'm just.
No, not at all. Finish.
It just takes time to like understand like the sport. It just because it's just different. It ain't like other sports where you know basketball or football, and even that took me time to understand it. But you know. It wasn't. I wouldn't say it was so complicated. You know, it's different. That's all I could say.
It's different. It's different. I think why most people don't understand it so much is because most people don't know how hard it is to build muscle.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying to you, off season was probably harder than the prep itself. Building muscle can take years, and because most people have never really gone through that journey. So they look at you on stage, all peeled. They know you're hungry. Your veins are sticking out. And they're like, why would you want to do that? Because I've spent years growing it. I spent years growing the muscle. And bodybuilders, we peel to show that muscle, to show that graft, to show our hard work. I cannot tell you how hard it is to grow muscle. It's probably harder to grow muscle than it is to shred. And when you're in an off season, you're seeing yourself getting bigger and you still need to keep on your grind because you're trying to grow. And it's hard. And because people don't see that process, all they see is the stage and the muscles. And they just think, yeah, I could do that. What's so special about it? No, it's hard.
Nah, I know it's not. I wouldn't be able to do it because I looked at it. I'm like, I can't do that because I know one, it's expensive. Two, I don't know, the environment I am, me being on prep, it's not gonna go too good. It's not.
Everything. I know the mentality. No. Like it can see.
Yeah, because I don't live by myself. I live with my folks.
Low, you can get very handy.
Yeah.
No, I don't miss that.
And I live in New York City too, and it's kind of it's a lot of craziness out here. So it's not gonna work out with me. It's not gonna work out for me. So,
but everything has its graph. The same way it's hard to do bodybuilding. It's hard to be out of shape as well. Like it's hard to be fat. It is hard to be fat. You know how dedicated you need to be overweight and to stay that way. That takes a daily commitment. You have to be eating those cookies. You have to be fucking up that bread. You have to I
don't know that's a great analogy, but I understand. I understand.
Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, bodybuilding is hard. Building muscle is hard. Prepping is hard. But it's even harder to be obese. It's hard walking up the stairs when you're big. You can't do anything. You know how hard it is to be fat and maintain that? That means on a daily basis, you have to eat crap. And the same amount of crap. You know how hard that is? Yo, I don't know about you, Kat, but a few days of binging, a few days of eating what I want, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm lethargic. I cannot move. I've got a headache. I'm sleeping. What the hell? It's a commitment. So anyone that's super obese and manages to stay that way, I have to clap for you because that's hard too. Everything is hard. Choose your hard. Everything is hard.
This is movie.
Choose your hard.
This is movie. Yeah, this is movie. It's called Magazine Dreams with Jonathan Majors. He's a bodybuilder in a movie, and he go through like some mental trauma and stuff. When he was young, his mother was killed by his father, and it was hard for him to socialize with people. And so in the movie, he was like idolizing this guy. He was a bodybuilder. Then he had sex with him, and then in the movie they didn't show it, but they see him like in bed, and so the guy gets up and he's on a phone call and stuff.
I don't even know why I'm shocked because everyone's
in the movie. In the movie, he also takes steroids too. Yeah. There was one scene where he gets beat up by these guys because they didn't like finish a task they were supposed to do, and they wanted more money. They're supposed to paint his house and stuff, and so he told them like, "Yo, can you come over here and help and paint my grandfather's house?" See, he served the country and all that stuff, and so he was like, "Well, you gotta pay us. You can't." And I'm like, "You didn't finish the job." So he went to the store and trashed the whole place up. Yeah. And then when he went to the day on his competition, they jumped on him, they beat him up and stuff. He's bleeding, and then he gets in front of the stage, and he started flexing, and he was out of it. He passed out. Yeah, it was one hell of a movie. Yeah, I kind of related that.
You got to send me some recommendations. I like your movie, the stuff that you watch. Send me the stuff that you watch. The stuff that you watch.
They should have it like on YouTube. They have it on YouTube. Like it's called Magazine Dreams. But John, all right, I got you.
That you've mentioned that sound really interesting.
Yeah. All right, I got you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
And then all the rage. Yeah, it's tough to be overweight. The human body can still the difference from a lot of muscle or fat. A lot of bodybuilders have some health issues, almost like obesity.
Oh, sure. Again, walking around with heaps of muscle is not also healthy after taking steroids for a number of years. Again, some people need to go on HRT, hormone replacement therapy, especially men, coming off steroids. Their hormones are all over the place and they have to feel that testosterone in different ways. So again, like I said, Kat, choose your hard. Thank you, All the Rage. I agree. You know, choose your hard. Everything is hard. Working out is hard. Not working out is hard. Being in shape is hard. Not being in shape is hard. Choose your hard, you know?
Yeah. In other words, you go through hardships.
You go through hardships, you know? Don't think that, you know,
Yeah.
okay, I love working out. But don't think sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I just want to sit down and eat and not do anything. But it's programmed into me. Even if I was to sit down and not go to the gym for 2 days, just because I'm like, oh, that's how I know that I need a deload. That's all it is. I just need to take things back a bit, maybe reduce volume a bit, maybe take some time off cardio, let the body refresh. Again, I'm sure all the rage would agree. When you've been doing this for a number of years, it's very hard to detail when you're fatigued. You've been through prep, you've pushed yourself to the max. So you know what that feels like. So when you're fatigued, you're like, oh, I'm just a bit tired. Oh, I'm just a bit tired, but really you could do with the rest. And thanks to my coach, my new coach too, I'm definitely understanding that rest is not bad. Rest is not bad. You know, it's okay to take some time back. It's okay to reduce volume. It's okay to not be killing yourself all the time. And I think my body's thanking me for it too.
Yeah. You fab and flashy, you should compete in calisthenics for sure.
I'd love to, Fab. I'd love to. I don't think I'm good enough yet. I don't know. I'm
And
still
then
learning a lot of things. Who's my coach? Oh, Fab. My coach is Barbara Kiss. Her Instagram is Body by Babs. BODYBYBABS. She's magnificent. She's a former competitor as well. And just like myself, I think this is why I picked her to be my new coach. Just like myself, she's come out of bodybuilding recently. And now she's doing high rocks and CrossFit. She does snatches now. It's amazing to watch somebody who's come out of the same place as I am and also dabbling into different areas of sport. We get each other. She gets me, I get her. And it's a great push. When I see her doing, pull-ups and snatches, it makes me also want to explore other areas of power as well. So, yeah.
yeah, and then all the way George Page, I was almost 500 pounds. Now I'm 405 pounds.
Wow, dude, that's a lot of weight to lose. That's a lot
Yeah,
of weight to lose. I'll be honest with you, Fab. Like, even myself, like, even doing this for the years that I've been doing it, putting on a lot of weight, it was hard to drop. It was hard to drop. And I'm not going to lie to you, I didn't want to. It's more like I needed to.